Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Excited you're with me today because I got another awesome ILD guest and case study here. And I can't wait to welcome her because she's doing some wonderful things. And you know what's great is she's had some ups and downs and some ins and outs, but she's doing awesome. And I'm going to welcome Jennifer here today. Jennifer, hello.
Hi, JB. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Fantastic. Thank you for coming. Let's start off first. You know, I know you're in the Amazon, eBay world. You're in that e-commerce world. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your story, if you don't mind, before we go into your business and just who you are and what you're about?
Okay. Going back 16 years ago. I had just had my son and I had to head back to work, which I really had a conflict of interest with. It just didn't feel right to have a baby and then go work full time. So I had negotiated a travel agent job. I had worked in travel for a while and I said, hey, let me work 3 12-hour days. And it was long days and stuff like that. Make a long story short, during that lunch, in those first 2 weeks going back to work, I went to a mall and found some stuff that I had been looking for that had been discontinued. So anyway, I ended up saying, hey, I just saw this on eBay selling for $80. And now I'm seeing them in my hand for $1.99. So I'm like, I'm going to buy these on my lunch and I'm going to just start selling these. So that's basically what I did. I bought a case of this and for $1.99, I turned around and sold it for $80. And then I realized, oh my gosh, overnight, I made more money sleeping than I did all week last week at the travel agency. So I ended up saying, hey, I think I could do this. So I ended up quitting that job and then going to UPS, working part-time for the benefits and stuff like that. And then I was making my real money just flipping stuff on eBay.
That is
was kind of my start.
That is an awesome start. I love that. And, I think it's, I loved you when you came on the radio show because you called in and I thought it was so cool because you told everybody, look, you could make $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 in the weekend if you just open your mind up a little bit to some of these, these things. And I thought that was so cool. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Sure, I could do that. You could, if you know what, if $300 a week makes a difference to you, you can make that without a problem. If $3,000 a week makes a difference to you, you could do that without a problem. It's a matter of how much time you really want to put in.
Yep.
But basically it's just getting out there and seeing. I look for 75% off signs. I look for 90% off signs. I stop at garage sales and just look for things that are unique. I don't know. I'm drawn to that. And maybe that's who I'm talking to, is those people that know what I'm saying. Like if you know what I'm saying and you're drawn in there, then just try it. Instead of saying I might do it or I should do it, just get in and at least try it. One of the things I suggest, because my whole thing when I started this 15, 16 years ago, is I didn't actually have a plan. I just went in and I did it. Now, if there's anything I would have done differently, I might have thought about maybe having a plan. Because what I did is I commingled my money, my personal money. And then the next thing you know, I have a business and I'm making millions of dollars and I'm like, oh my gosh, everything is so screwed up. So then you kind of have to rewind and then you have to go back and file old tax returns and all that stuff. It was a crazy thing. So if you have this desire that something's telling you to go out and do it, just like loan yourself $100 and start there. Loan yourself $1,000 and start there. Whatever you do, don't commingle your funds, but have the courage to do it because people are doing it all over the place every day as we speak.
I love it. And that's what it's about, is about getting people to move forward. And I love your thoughts on having a plan. I think everybody needs that. And that's why I teach ILD because, I quit my job without a plan and it was just a disaster. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for that, but still it was a disaster, Right. So yes, having a plan is so important. It really is. Well, what are the things that you're finding offline? We were talking a little bit about, making a lot of money versus time and lifestyle. Can you tell me a little bit about some of the things you've learned about, hey, I've jumped in this business, started building it like crazy, and then it was taken a little bit away from my lifestyle, and now understanding the lifestyle aspect of it. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Okay, so let me go back. So kind of fortunately and unfortunately, I kind of hit a blip. I won't go into great details, but my income like shot down like 80%.
Wow.
None, I couldn't have prevented it. It just happened. I could go into great detail about it, but I won't. But it was stunning to me. It just startled me.
It woke you up, right? Like,
It
wow,
woke me up.
Yeah.
But as a result of that, I actually started thinking about what I was doing, because I'd been in this machine just doing and doing and doing and making and making and making and spending and spending and spending. And while I'm doing that, I'm not paying attention to my life. I'm not even paying attention to my son. I'm never fully present. And I feel like, honestly, I lost a lot of my life trying to make money, because that's what it turned into. So I think, oh, great, I'm all self-employed. I'm doing this for freedom. But then I realized, what the heck? I have none of it. None. I have none of it. Mm-hmm.
Believe me, the reason I have you here today is because you're real, and I think that's what's so great about what you're able to do, because so many people are scared. And, when we first met, one of your fears was that you didn't graduate from high school, right? I mean,
I did not.
And you always thought.
It feels awesome now, actually, that I can say that and not have that shame, which is really weird. And strangely enough, that was my big thing. And I know I shouldn't say this. Shortly after meeting you, my whole life turned upside down. So I met you and I'm making money. And then I have the courage to like step out, have this belief, deal with some of my self-worth. Like, money is hard to make, easy come, easy go, never enough. So I've got all this stuff that's going on. I make far less money than I did 2 years ago when I met you, and my life is more rich.
Yeah, it's awesome.
A result of kind of just understanding that it's how I do manage my time and how I do look at my life. It's not about obtaining, but it really is about relationships and trying to figure out ways to have fun and kind of get rid of old thinking patterns that don't serve me, that are a bunch of nonsense. So it's been a crazy, crazy year. And I want to say, yes, I make all that money, but I don't, but I'm more happy. But I have enough. I have everything I need.
Yes.
And not only that, my creativity is going off the chart. So as a result of jumping off the hamster wheel, I'm seeing all sorts of opportunities come in. Now, do I have to learn how to create systems around those? Yes. And that's my starting point, because I also know that I can take things and run with them recklessly and get into that same hamster wheel again. And I'm very protective of that. I don't want to do that again.
No, but that's what's good. You've come through the other side, and now you're really living an ILD life, because now you're actually going to say no before you say yes. Yes. You really are saying, is this going to fit into my life and what I'm going to do? And that's awesome. And that's what's so cool, because you have a couple things going on. One, you're doing an ILD business, okay? But you let it take over your life, so it became no more ILD, right? And you realize it. But what's cool is a lot of people would love to be able to do what you're doing, and they can, and you're proving that it can be done.
Yeah.
And you've proven you can make a lot of money, but you also proved that, hey, I don't need that. I'm going to focus on this, get systems in place. So now when the money comes, it's not on me, it's in a system.
Yes. And not, JB, I swear, I'm not joking you when my income is down, but I feel like I have more money because I'm thinking, I'm more thoughtful about how I spend it, where I put it, where I donate it, all this stuff. It's not just like, blah, it's not this money machine spinning around money anymore, which is what it used to feel like. I'm very thoughtful about how I spend it, which is a responsibility. I wish I would have known about it years ago. And having said that, it was hard for me to come by money growing up. So it was almost like, yay, so, but it's also, you got to manage it.
It's all part of life. That's what's beautiful. It's all part of figuring it out. And, at the end of the day, what I teach, it's about peace, and finding peace is the key thing. And if you can find, first of all, something you love to do, something you have fun doing, then get your nut balance in a way so you're not spending crazy money and you got your life, taken care of. That's where freedom is, you know? And too many of us get caught up with that nut balance getting higher and higher and higher because they want more stuff, more things. And those things bring happiness for about a day. Yeah. And then you've got that responsibility. So now you got to work harder and harder and harder. So those two areas work hand in hand. And I'm proud of you. I'm glad you're, figuring it all out and getting everything in place. That's what it's about.
It was truly, it's been the hardest year of my life. And at the same time, I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't change it for the world. I
Yep.
wouldn't want to go back to where I was at.
Well,
So
and everything happens for a reason, and it's awesome that you're finding what it's really about, and that's to me what ILD is all about. A lot of people come to me and say, show me how to make residual money and make tons and tons of money, and I'm like, look, that is not, as much as I preach it and I say it every day, that is not the answer.
Right.
Most people feel that's what the answer is. And it's a struggle sometimes to say, look, just focus on your passion, focus on getting your expenses down, and focus on building systems that will bring you freedom. That will bring you more peace, happiness, and joy than all the money in the world. And I know you can try me, but I'm telling you the truth. I'm on all sides of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Even the things that I'm pursuing right now are really more about, it sounds corny, but it's about service. I'm tired of people having to struggle. And so sometimes just taking their hand and giving them an education and just giving them this belief that they can do it too, especially when you think about some of the stuff. Millions have gone before us, but we're in our head saying, oh, I don't know if that's for me. We operate out of fear. And I know a lot of people like that. And a lot of people come to me anyway. So why is it that I'm not actually doing something that is actually going to be helpful and of service?
It's awesome. And that's what we should all be doing. Makes the world a lot better place. Jennifer, hey, where can people find you? Are you open to some people if they want to reach out to you? Or are you?
We can go Facebook. I'm Jennifer Orr. I'm in Portland, Oregon area. I'm not that hard to find, I don't imagine.
Cool.
But I'm not really pushing anything right now. I'm just kind of building my life again. So actually building my life for the first time.
That's what it's all about, right? I mean, I love it. Yeah. Well, Jennifer, thank you so much for being on today. I love sharing your story and the things you're doing. I think you're just a blessing. And personally, I'm happy that you're getting through this. You're a teacher, and when you're a teacher, sometimes you have to go through things so that you can relate, I always curse that. It's like, why did you give me that cross to bear? I don't want to deal with this.
I know. But JB, one of the things that I learned the other day, I went to a conference the other day because I'm always like, hey, what's my purpose? And so I went to this divine purpose class. And for the first time ever, I really thought she would sit me down and I'd be answering questions about what my divine purpose is. And then I'd reduce it down and say, this is my divine. Well, you know what? Everyone's waiting for this big bang or something about that. But just being me, just being Jenny, that's my purpose, because I go out and I help people and I take care of my customers. That's good enough. It's just being decent on the planet and taking care of your neighbors. You know what? Be good to people.
And that's what life's all about.
Purpose. I don't need to make millions, and I don't need to be famous, and I don't need all this stuff. I just need to be me. I just need to be me.
I love it. Well, Jennifer, thank you so much for being on. I love having you on. Everybody, I'll keep bringing you some more awesome people like Jennifer. So thanks for watching, everybody. Okay.
Good to see you.
Bye. Bye.